5,000 imaginary dollars to spend down here at Papaw Odell's this Christmas. We're gonna check out some guitars and see what they got in stock. See what sounds good. First guitar up, Drew's got a collection of Martins here. Today, we are trying the first one, the 2013 Martin D18. Used 2013. This one comes with a hardshell case. Okay, next up, we're still in D18 land. This is a D18 from 2018. Let me know what you think of these down in the comment section. These two that I've tried out so far sound very different from me. Here's a strategy behind going for the Martins. Of course, the resale value is going to be perhaps higher with these instruments. If I've got $5,000 here, might not be spending it just on myself. I'm thinking strategic future investments maybe, and that's why I wanted to start with these D18s. But there's a couple more. Let's check them out. All right, next guitar is a 2009 Vintage Series Martin D18. I'll say that the first two there, the $2,100 and $2,200 D18, probably not in my contender box, but this guitar might make the cut today. All right, let us know down in the comment section what you know about this specific brand of Martin D18, or this model rather, the Vintage Series, because we definitely weren't just trying to figure it out on ChatGPT. Don't know if that information was correct, but this one sounds way more full. It's more balanced than the last two. For me, this is a guitar that I would highly consider. Might be in the bucket today for the $5,000 imaginary budget, but yeah. Before, like when I drive like a Ford Focus or something, it is a good sounding or feeling vehicle, but it's not like the sturdiest feel. And this guitar feels very sturdy. This is just like classic Martin. Cost of this one is $2,900, and it does come with that hard shell case as well. Let's get a smaller body guitar out and chat about why it might be a good fit for some folks. Okay, next up, I've got a Recording King RO328. This one's coming in at $900. It does not come with a hard shell case. Now, this body style is one of a handful that I am looking into, because what I read on the internet from folks and what I'm experiencing in my own playing is that a big dreadnought, large body guitar, when you play it for long periods of time like I do, it is not pleasant on your shoulder and back. And so I've been looking at these smaller body, like this OM style here, or sorry, this is a triple O. Recently, it's kind of my excuse to buy a new instrument, but I really think this could come in handy considering how much time I spend in front of the camera here playing guitar for you folks. Definitely takes some getting used to. It feels way different compared to the Dreadnought, not just in body style, but just like in, I feel like the nut width is a little different. Can't pinpoint how, but that's my mindset going into 2026. I think there'll be another guitar be purchased, and I really want to buy one where I can sit and be comfortable playing. If you're on my newsletter, if you're not, go to www.codymmusic.com. Send out a newsletter every week, and I talk about things like this because I think they're important. Not a lot of folks online are talking about them, but when it comes to playing a guitar and getting better and practicing and progressing, gotta be comfortable. And so that's why these body styles are sticking out to me. Let me know what you think about them down below. Okay, next up, this is out of the price limit, so I won't be choosing this one. at the end of the video. But this is a Canadian-made Boucher OM body style. Again, a smaller, more compact style of body. OM stands for orchestra model, but this one feels great, sounds even better. And again, like I'm noticing just right here, there's just less tension on my right shoulder. Great sounding guitar. This one is quite high priced. I think it's a little over $6,000. I'll put the real price right here. Boucher, Canadian made. Let's check out more. Next guitar is from a brand that's mentioned all the time on this channel, in the comments and elsewhere. This is a Eastman E1OM-CLA. This is a $629 all wood guitar, which is wild. It has Sitka spruce top with sapele back and sides, and it does come with a gig bag. I feel like this just punches way above its weight class. Nearly every Eastman I pick up and play gives me that impression, and this just sounds great. That to me is a very bold, rich sounding guitar for a small body on top of that. Let me know what you think. Let's check out some more. All right, next up is a guitar from our friends at Alvarez, who never called me back, but that's okay. Alvarez MDR 70E Sunburst 12 frets. So that means that there's 12 frets that go down to where the neck and the body connect down here. Sitka spruce, solid AAA top with East Indian rosewood. This one comes in at $1,299, and it does have an LR Bags hi-fi pickup in it. Comes with a gig bag as well. Okay. Right away, this one might go in the contender bag, the $5,000 imaginary thing we're doing today. Yeah, I hope this sounds as good on the audio as it does in real life, but this one feels like it's taken up more space than maybe any other guitar I've played so far. 12 frets down to the body. Yeah, let me know what you think. Love the Sunburst. I hate the bridge on an Alvarez. Sorry, Alvarez. But other than that, man, this is a great sounding guitar here for $1,299. Next up, we have another Alvarez. This one is a Yari Alvarez. I'll put the numbers on the screen because I can't read them here. This is a Dreadnought, solid AAA vintage redwood. Back and sides are East Indian rosewood. This one comes out at $34.99. I assume it comes with a deluxe wood case gig bag. It does, or case rather. Both these Alvarez's, they've got a really, really pronounced like high end, but it's super balanced. Again, let me know what you think, but these sound amazing. Let's see what else I got. Other than a Martin, this is probably the brand that everybody talks about, at least here on my channel. This is a Yamaha FGX5 gloss red label, solid Sitka spruce top, and mahogany back and sides. This comes with a case, and it's $18.99. Also comes with a pickup installed. Classic looking guitar. I love this shade of wood. Like, it looks very D18-ish. Everything I like about a Martin, I'm hearing in this Yamaha. I think very strongly like this might be a contender here today because this comes in at $18.99, which from what I'm hearing is kind of a steal. So maybe there's a lot of reasons why folks mention these Yamaha so much here in the comments and elsewhere. Okay, one more guitar to test out, and then we're going to talk accessories, and I'm going to reveal two of these that I would take home with me if this was a real experiment, if I was really shopping today. This is a Odell 1964 series special edition Dreadnought. Again, we're like talking about D18 styles for the most part today. So spruce top, mahogany back and sides. If you're not familiar with Odell, these are made in Oregon, and it's the same folks that make the Breedlove guitars. Okay, now for the big reveal. I actually lied. We're doing 3 guitars. Then we're going to do some accessories from the ones I just played. Hey folks, real quick, if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really helps out the spread of bluegrass music to a wider audience. If you're wanting to learn bluegrass and you have nowhere to start, check out my beginner-friendly bluegrass guitar course down below, Flatpick Foundations. Thanks so much. Back to the video. The first guitar shouldn't be a surprise. I like Recording Kings and I want my shoulder to not hurt. So the first choice I'm making today, take this one home if you will, not really, but this is the $900 Recording King RO328 with the rosewood back and sides, Adirondack spruce top. Not getting a gig bag with this one, but that's okay. Again, I think Recording King guitars, if you're in the market for something under $1,000, this is a brand you just can't ignore. So the first one, $900 subtracted from the $5 grand, is the Recording King. Let's check out the second guitar I'm choosing today. Alright, guitar number 2 that I'm choosing today is the Eastman for a handful of reasons. Number 1, I've never owned an Eastman and I've always wanted to. Number 2, I just think this is a steal. This is an all-wood guitar from a very reputable brand for $629, and it comes with a gig bag. Alright, so the plan here would be to take this home if this was real, play it, and then perhaps put some upgrades on it, see how it stacks. Great sounding guitar, $630, all right? So let's subtract that from the grand total. I've got one more guitar that I'm choosing, and then we'll go talk about accessories here. So what is that third guitar? Number 1 guitar, the more expensive one I'm choosing here, this really wasn't a contest. It's the Yamaha. I'm beginning to understand why folks are mentioning these guitars so much on the channel. To me, this one just sounds better than like everything I played today. I'm actually, for this price, like this is not a bad deal, and it comes with a pickup system as well. And I'm not familiar with the Yamaha pickup systems, but this looks extremely fancy and well made. Let me know if you have any thoughts on that down below. But I love the color. I love the way this feels, and this is like a no-brainer. If I didn't know better, I would think this is just a Martin D18, but like a really, really great feeling and sounding guitar. The feel of this guitar is what's making me go, okay, can I trade that Martin and afford this? I don't know. So those are the 3 guitars, the Recording King, the Eastman, and the Yamaha. Let's go see what else we can get with our $5,000 budget. Okay, we're here in accessory land. Drew and I just spent like 20 minutes trying to add all this up to make sure we cover all of our budget today. But the first thing we need are stands, because if you buy guitar stands from Temu like I do, you end up hearing big crashes in the night and sometimes your guitar falls over. So we've got, or Drew here, Papaw Odell, to carry only Hercules stands and things like that, which are very high quality. There you go. So easy. Great demonstration. We're gonna get 3 of those. Let's subtract that total from what we're left with. We're gonna do some String Joy strings. Shout out to String Joy. These are the ones that I use. You're gonna need about 3 of them, I'd say, because you got 3 guitars. So 3 of those strings are gonna run you about $60, give or take. Next, you're gonna need some straps to make sure your guitar's safe on your shoulder. And Drew here sells these made in USA Franklin straps made in Tennessee, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Made in Tennessee. We're gonna need 3 of those, and they're leather, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this one's $89.99. These are premium leather. Super nice straps.
And they'll last forever.
Last forever. Super nice people. Great company.
I do own, again, from Temu, some of the Temu straps. And the thing that I'm finding with mine is I have to readjust it because this comes loose. These look great, so let's get 3 of those, and that will leave us with whatever's on your screen right now. All right, let's talk picks. As you know, I do a lot of pick reviews on the channel. I haven't spotlit a tone slab yet. I have one, but I haven't done much content with it. These are great picks. They are gonna run you, God, about the same as a blue chip nowadays. $45, there's tons of different kinds. I'm not gonna sit here and try to explain the different types of materials that Tone Slab uses. So you're gonna need at least 1 of those. Next accessory is a tuner to make sure your guitar stays in tune. I don't think any of the ones that we play today have a built-in tuner. Some of them do, at least if you're buying like a newer Martin. But I'm not a big fan of the rechargeable one, this model, just because I've mentioned that it's, I don't know, for me, it tells me a wide range of what's in tune. But they have some other ones here. I don't mind this sound hole tuner. For me, it's sometimes hard to see. And then you've got the old classic Stark up there as well. These are about $23, $25. And then when it's wintertime, a humidity pack will come in handy, especially when you have an all wood guitar, because that change in humidity does impact the wood of your guitar. And you do run the risk of drying out the wood, which creates cracks. And so you want to use a humidity pack, especially in the winter. In the room where I store all my guitars, I've got a humidity gauge as well. And when it gets like real dry, it'll let me know, and I gotta make sure that, you know, the sponge inside this is nice and wet. That way your guitar doesn't dry out. All right, this was way harder than what I thought it would be. I thought we'd be able to spend a lot of money on those accessories, but the last thing, or next to last, item here that I'll add to the bag is an Eastman ukulele for the kids. Get them interested in music at an early age. This one is $269. I think we have a little bit more money left. Let's see what else we can squeeze in here at Papaw Odell's today. I'm not exactly sure how much money we've got left, but for what is left, we're gonna go with one of these mini Deering banjos up here. Great to learn on. Again, great for the kids or grandchildren if you're wanting them to do something next year rather than scroll on their Doom device all the time. I recommend getting them into behind an instrument. And so a banjo, a mini banjo like so, is a great way to get folks started. So that wraps up the shopping spree today. 3 guitars, ukulele, banjo, tons of accessories. Get inside of my head of what I'm thinking when I go shopping. If you're around Cleveland, Tennessee, definitely stop by Papaw Odell's here. Drew runs a great business, and I always love checking out all of his guitars. He's always nice enough to let me come in, film videos, make a bunch of noise, and so I appreciate that. If you haven't already, signed up for Flatpick Foundations. Go to www.codymmusic.com. Hundreds of students now. We're well over like 600 students in there now, all learning bluegrass guitar. Nice and slow, it's beginner friendly, so if you're ever intimidated by some of the instructions you see online, try it out. I promise you, you're gonna get a lot of value out of it. Folks, let me know what you think. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.